This is what happens when you take the rules of Clue and Dungeons & Dragons and you put them all together. You get this episode of Dragon Games Goes Clue. This is part 3 of 4, where our players are now in the body mansion where we last left off. They have been scattered around. They've been being hunted down by this demon named Cludor. And basically they have to try to find weapons and clues in order to be able to fulfill this prophecy and to vanquish this demon once and for all. There are some of our players were able to find certain weapons and certain items in the house. Miss Scarlett found the scepter of lordly might in the theater. Professor Plum finds a pistol hidden in a bedroom chest, and Mr. Green pulls out a rope of entanglement straight out of an illusory fireplace. In the billiards room, both Dr. White and Mr. Green found a secret hidden messages that were in the actual billiards table themselves that would spell out the words patron, demon, and warlock. How does that reveal what is happening in the house? Well, you're just gonna have to wait and find out. Murder found their way into the kitchen and was able to stock up on the supplies of greater healing potions found that were in a cauldron, and also was able to put together a spell of moonbeam using the ingredients in the kitchen. But before Colonel Mustard was able to escape, Cludor was hunting him down. And that's where we left off our last episode. Before we get into today's episode, I want to give another shout out to Deficient Master for creating the rule set for D&D, but actually Clue. That's what we used for as the base for this entire live stream. And I also want to give a shout out to 8BitD, who was our host and donation master during our live stream. You may be able to check out links to her and Deficient Master and all our players in the description down below. Now, let's dive into the episode. All right, welcome on back, everybody. Thank you so much for the donuts. We are so close. Actually, no, did we pass the 500? Wait, hold on. Did we pass the 500 or did I miss?
We did.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even see
500.
That's a blind moment for me. I'm so glad we
goal.
passed our goal. Hey, we did it,
You gotta
everybody.
up that goal.
Congrats, everybody. I don't have a way to. I don't know how to do that. I realize when you get in your 40s, you kind of lose a lot of tech knowledge. I used to be really good at tech stuff.
Noted stay in my 30s.
Speak for yourself, Timothy.
All right,
Listen,
well,
chat,
you know.
it might not say it on screen, but our new goal is $696. And what would that be? 96 cents? We want all the 69s.
Okay, yeah, I'll let it happen. I'll let it happen.
$6,969.69, right?
Sure. Yeah, we can make that
Nice
work.
numbers.
Yeah, nice numbers. Very nice numbers.
Nice numbers.
Perfect. Speaking of nice, we've got Mrs. Peacock, or Madame Peacock, as the next turn. Madame Peacock, what would you like to do? You kind of are a little. You don't really know what's kind of north or south of you, but what would you like to do?
Timothy, I'm trying to find Narnia now, and I've thrown my heels. I've heard doors open and close, and no one's around here, and I can't even find Gaston. I'm gonna roll.
Okay.
And you said the demon is aggroed on movement and not yelling.
6. Give it a 6.
I see. All right, where would you like to go? North or south?
I want to inspire myself.
You
for
okay?
my movement.
Okay.
I'm trying to find a damn doorway, so I'm gonna roll that D6, Timothy.
Sure.
I want to add another 4 on. Timothy!
Okay. All right. I'm making a note of that.
Ways to help in this mansion.
All right.
I'm gonna continue to go north.
Okay, north 10
Sand
spaces. Okay. All right. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You do see a door to your right.
Oh, I take it.
7, 8, 9, and then 10 will get you into the room. You've entered into the ballroom. And the ballroom, let me just up here, my notes. The grand ballroom has a shiny, bright, and gray pattern tile flooring. There is a large grand piano in the corner, a gold knight statue, a book encased in glass that is a painting of a battle being depicted, and a large painting with Mr. Body on it. And you also see that there is a large sky light above the ballroom, and the moon is just about at its peak above the skylight. What would you like to investigate?
Well, it looks like that storm cleared up. Belle of the ball, and all I have to dance with is this knight in shining armor.
Would you like to take a look at the gold statue?
Of course.
All right. Why don't you roll an investigation check for me?
I'm full of those.
Love that. Love that. And you can roll with advantage if you like. You do have an advantage from the donos.
Oh, that's fantastic, because I would love more than a 5.
Okay, here you go.
Yo, DJ, let's roll that back. Well, 8, not much better. Or 12.
Okay, well, 12 actually will work. You actually, when you look at the statue, instead of just a normal knight with a sword that you normally see in room or manners like this, you actually see a longbow strapped to its back, but it doesn't have a pull string attached to it. What would you like to do?
It's a bow with no string.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that doesn't do me any good.
I don't know. Maybe you can investigate the room and see if
fire.
there's more stuff.
I once again reject your item, Steve. And
I am desperately trying to give you something, Roman.
Karen Peacock is destined for death, Steve.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna muppet my way back out this room.
All right, you exit the room.
Hear her.
All right, you exit the room. Is that what you do?
Absolutely.
Okay, all right.
I would never use a bow.
You exit the room, and that is your turn. So it is now Miss Scarlett's turn, and you hear down the hall, like closer to you, "There is Timothy." Miss Scarlett, what would you?
Around here?
So I definitely think we need to get away from that.
I'm in full agreement.
But there are still some things you can be able to investigate the room if you like. It's up to you.
But I did see something interesting in the other room, and that I know that you've already clicked it, but I'm gonna peek at a couple more things.
All right.
I will say that if you want to be able to like leave the room through the passageway, because you still have your movement, you can be able to do that after you've investigated if you like.
Perfect. So since I saw the moon on the projector, I'm very curious. I know that we've already opened the secret passageway, but I'd love to see what astrology is on the thingamajig.
On the orrery? Okay. Why don't you make an investigation check for me?
This big chunky dice seems to be doing well for me, so it's a 16.
16. Nothing out of the ordinary kind of comes out. I mean, you do see that basically this is the solar system of the world that you're in. You see like your planet is kind of like a different color than the rest. It's silver, whereas everything else is gold. But that's basically about it.
Okay.
So, but there's basically the vanity and the gold statue left to investigate if you like.
And does the gold statue look similar to the gold statue that I saw before?
It does, but it doesn't have like the scepter in its hand. It does. It has something different, but you'd have to go to investigate if you like to. But it is similar to basically the same kind of like gold knight that you saw in the other room.
I'm also gonna peek, I'm just, as I'm walking to the other side to look at the statue, I just kind of want to look at the cat, make sure it's breathing, looks cozy.
Yep, absolutely. Looks like the most coziest cat ever. It kind of like does a little stretch and a yawn as it kind of sleeps just on top of all the pillows.
Okay, so I'm gonna look at this statue. Kind of want to peek if it's holding another weapon, or if it matches, or if it looks like the scepter could like go here.
Okay.
Kind of vibes.
Sure. Why don't you can either roll an investigation or an arcana check for me.
I think I'm better at investigation. Let's see.
Okay.
The 12.
A 12? Okay. So as you approach the statue to investigate, there is like a holy symbol kind of around its neck. And it kind of has a serrated edges along the blade of this holy symbol. It's like basically of a sword. And as you approach and kind of like hold, kind of grab onto the holy symbol, there's a voice from inside the room that says, "Oh, you found it. That opens up the vanity drawer." And you turn around, and it is the cat that you know to be Mr. Body's very famous familiar, Yvette. And she says, My master left something for you, and falls right back to sleep.
Well, thank you, Miss Yvette.
She pays you no heed. Just basically fell, like as cats do, ignores you and just back to sleep.
Yep, ignores me. I'm gonna go over and peek in the drawer.
Okay, you definitely see that it's locked, but the holy symbol definitely looks like it's a key. So as you do so, you actually take a look and you find a document that reads at the top of it, Mr. Timothy Curry Body, Esquire's last will and testament.
Sorry, I'm freaking out to the reference. That was perfect.
I have to add as many clue references in this thing as I can.
Okay, so I'll just quickly peruse Timothy's will. I'm nosy.
Okay. Let's see. Why don't you trying to think why don't you make another investigation check for me as you're kind of perusing through.
A 22.
22. Okay.
Let's go.
All right. I'm gonna need everyone. Unfortunately, I can't do this very technically. I need everyone to take off their headphones. I'll wave to let you know to kind of come back in. All right.
Shall we get secrets?
So
Are you ready for secrets?
Ellie, Miss Scarlett, as you read peruse through the last will and testament, you do see that there's a lot of provisions for where his where his staff will work, and it will still work within the manor and still be paid handsomely. The grounds will be taken care of, but you do see a provision in there where it says all of I bequeath my entire fortune and my and all of my influence to whomever destroys this demon. And it is one of the 6. And that's all you know.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Everybody put on your headphones.
So, Scarlett, got any secrets to tell us?
Doesn't look. Yeah, you'd think for having it locked up wouldn't just be a grocery list. And she pockets it. Magical grocery list at that, but
Yeah. All right. Professor Plum, anything you'd like to do?
What? Who, me?
Yeah. You see, you're basically pocket that
also,
piece of paper.
You need. I think Durati needs a wave. They don't have the headphones back up.
Yeah, so we can be able to message Mike. That's fine. But yeah.
There they go.
yeah, perfect.
There we go.
Back.
Okay, so I saw Miss Scarlett pocket this list.
Mm-hmm. Anything you'd like to do?
Did she? What was that? What did you just pocket?
The magical grocery list. You'd think that when you lock something up like that, it wouldn't just be a magical grocery list.
Can I see it?
Can I do a sleight of hand to see if, let's say, I had another piece of paper in my pocket
Yes, I will allow you to do a sleight of hand check if you like.
Do I get advantage on this?
Do I get a chance to roll perception?
You
Do I
can
get a
roll.
chance
You
to
can
roll
roll for.
perception?
You can roll for insight, and I will say, like, let's roll the sleight of hand check first. Actually, no, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, let's roll the sleight of hand check first. And yes, I will let you roll advantage because you do have some advantage from chat.
Thank you, chat. I
Not
don't like
yet.
lying. It makes me sweat.
Me when I play Among Us.
Oh my god, I'm just a perpetual bottle when I play Among Us.
Same.
Except for that time I killed D and Duck Duck Goose. Twice.
Okay, so I rolled a 19 and an 18 plus 8.
Okay.
God.
Okay.
19.
Uh,
A 19 plus 8 gives me 27.
Okay,
Oh
so
my
you
God,
pull
okay.
out a piece of paper from your bag, but I will say, Professor Plum, if you want to roll an insight, and Ellie, Scarlett, I will let you roll either deception or persuasion. I let you tell me you tell me privately what you rolled, but you can say the number.
All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and roll for insight.
Okay.
This is juicy.
Oh man, that would have been so good. 15.
15. Okay.
It was almost a nat 20. It was almost.
17.
17. Okay. And then DM me what
I'll tell you.
yeah, what that was. Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yep, absolutely. Oh yeah. So Professor Plum, yeah, what, like, you see that she's handing you a piece of paper. And what is that piece of paper, Miss Scarlett?
Like a magical grocery list of things that Miss Scarlett wouldn't be able to like make sense of, but maybe Professor Plum would. Maybe it's for a spell. Like maybe it's the grocery list for out of character, the moonbeam spell potion ingredients. Ellie does. Ellie knows that. Miss Scarlett doesn't, but or something similar.
Yeah. That's all you know.
So that's what I see. That
That's what
is
you
there
see.
any way that I could? Can I roll an Arcana check?
Yeah, if you can. Yeah, you want.
All right, let's do it. Let's there we go. Okay. And that Arcana check is going to be a 6.
Yeah, no,
It's
that
a
list is
6.
exactly as Miss Scarlett said. It is a recipe for some sort of spell components. You can recognize some of the components as like regular components that you would normally use for some of these spells that you've used in the past. But yeah, it definitely just looks like a grocery list of different ingredients.
Well, I guess it's a totally typical normal list. Here you go. That's a pretty weird thing to put into a drawer.
Right? That's what I'm thinking, but
I'll tell you what. Let me check under the bed real quick and let me see if there's anything there. So I'm just gonna peek under because I don't really see much else in the room, I presume. So I'm just gonna take a quick peek under the bed.
So it would be your turn next if you want to do that. But
is it not my turn?
no, it's
Is
still
that
currently
what-
Miss Scarlett's turn. But
Sorry.
no, you're totally fine. You're both based in the room, so it's totally fine.
When you asked what I wanted to do, I thought you were referring to passing of turns. So my
Oh no,
apologies.
sorry, that's my bad. I apologize. But yeah, no, Miss Scarlett, you can make your movement outside the room. You can either leave the room that you're through the door, or go through the wardrobe if you like. But to end your turn.
Mr. Green.
But Professor
not
Plum would be
going
up
out.
next. So just that's up.
Professor Plum, we're not going to the shrill hallway, right? We're going through the.
Correct. I don't think I want to find whatever is looking for Mr. Timothy. That seems absolutely dreadful and shrill.
Perfect. So I'll hold my movement to go down with Plum.
Okay, so you both want to be able to move together.
If Plum is okay with that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you want to end, like, yeah, I'll let you kind of hold your movement for the next turn for when Plum decides to. Yeah. So, all right. The next, it's it's Plum. It's currently your turn. What would you like to do?
I kind of just glance at the room one more time. I don't really see much, so I'm just gonna take a quick peek under the bed for monsters.
Sure.
Make sure nothing's scaring cute Yvette right there.
Yeah. Roll an investigation check for me.
All right, and
My cat is playing that part, if that's okay.
There you go.
Yes.
Perfect.
100%.
I rolled a 22.
22. There is nothing under the bed.
All right. Yeah. So unless you want to go into the scary hallway, I'm going to take a foot into this wardrobe. This
Cool.
fantastically, totally normal wardrobe.
All right. So Miss Scarlett will go first, and you end up in the library. I'll do that to move that to there, and there we go. And you both end up currently in the library. I'll let you investigate. Actually, I'll describe the library real quick. Let me go back to menu. Lots of stuff to handle here. You enter a large library with several large bookshelves filled with all manner of books that seem to have been placed haphazardly and with no discernible pattern of organization. There's a large, long study table to the left side of the, or from your side, the right side of the room, with a smaller study table and two large black back chairs with a small end table in between them. There's also a long blue carpet down the center of the room. And you both actually have come through the back of the bookshelf, as the bookshelf is basically as opened up as you kind of like went through this underground tunnel and made your way up, and the bookshelf opens up and through the passageway, and that's how you currently end up in the library. So Professor Plum, because you didn't really find anything in the bedroom, I'll let you do one investigating at least one area of the room. There's either the books themselves, or basically just the other bookshelves in the room. If you want to take a look.
Can I ask real quick, because I see there's a table on the diagram. Is there stuff on that table?
No, there is not.
Okay. Well then, all right. Let's take a look at them bookcases.
All right.
Big
Why don't you
books for 500?
Why don't you roll another investigation check for me, please?
All right. I do love a good investigation. All righty. Let's see what we got. We got a 17.
17. Okay. You actually get pretty much almost everything. So on the surface, the organization of the book seems to be random, but upon closer inspection, you can see that there are a variety of tomes, grimoires, and history books that are organized by era and type of magic. And when you take a look through some of the titles, you actually recall that Mr. Body mentioning the demon Cluedo at dinner or at the dinner party, and you take a look through some of the books, and you actually do find a book that does mention Cluedo's name. It's basically, there's one that's been kind of like well worn and has a bunch of like tabs, and you can definitely tell that this is one that Mr. Body would have gone back to as a reference. And so you look through it, and you do find this piece of paper that says something along the lines of: "The prophecy that has been foretold of an ancient weapon slaying the demon on sacred ground has been corroborated by several mages and historians alike, as they contain a remnant of magic that is tied to the realm Cluedo is from. However, the prophecy is unclear as to whom shall vanquish it. There is handwritten notes underneath the passage, but that part of the page has been torn out of the book. You recognize the handwriting, and it is the same handwriting from Mr. Body's letter." And that is the end of your turn. We now go to Mr. Green, who is currently inside the laboratory with Dr. White. In the laboratory, let me bring the laboratory, you enter a small, cramped room that is dimly lit. It has piles of books and multiple alchemical supplies strewn about the room. There's books and piles of paper everywhere. There's a chalkboard to the side that has multiple notes connected by string to a single word written on a larger piece of paper in the center that reads, "Cluedo." and it's spelled KLUED''AUGH. There's also a red carpet that has been disturbed in the corner of it. You look underneath, and there's a glowing rune symbol drawn on the floor. And if you like, you can make an Arcana check right away, or you can investigate some of the notes and stuff in the room. What would you like to do, Mr. Green?
I'm not too much of the science type, so the stuff on the board doesn't really interest me. But seeing the glowing thing, I'm just sometimes just like a bug that's attracted to a light. So I
Okay.
kind of walk up, and there's a carpet over the glowing part, right? Some of it.
Yeah, you can see that there's something underneath, like some sort of rune underneath. Would you like to take a look?
Yes,
Okay.
I would.
Why don't you roll an Arcana check for me, please?
All right. It is a 6.
6. Okay. I will say you do know, like, you pull away the carpet and you do recognize that there is the rune is of something to do with the spirit world, or the kind of the corporeal. It's like you can't really tell 100% what that spell does, but it does would do something to a particular creature if they stand on it, or maybe hover over it. You don't know for certain, but it has something to do with definitely not necessarily necromantic, but it is definitely kind of this. Of kind of more celestial, or kind of of the afterlife, as it were. That's basically all you know from that.
Okay. I kind of look up and talk to Dr. White and ask them, have you seen this before? And I point down to the symbol on the ground. And
I will say,
not
Dr.
the
White,
note.
it is your turn afterwards. So basically, I'll let you kind of do this, a similar thing. If you would like to be able to take your turn to investigate, I'll let you do that at the same
Okay.
time. You can roll an Arcana check as well if you like.
Okay, perfect. It maybe. Let me just give me a second. Let me think. It's glowing, and you can see Dr. White's scanning the room, trying to see if there's any weapons around at the same time.
I'll say I'll give you
Okay, I got
advantage on that one, because I do have an advantage for you.
Okay, I did get a 20. Should I?
A nat
still use
20?
it? Well, no, but.
Oh,
It's
dirty
with my
20 is fine. Dirty
modifier.
20 is fine. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you definitely recognize sort of magic that deals with life and death as a doctor. You may not have as far as what kind of knowledge you do know, that's kind of up to debate amongst this group, but you do know that is a rune of resurrection. And it isn't doing anything right now, and even if you stand over it, nothing really happens. But it is a rune of resurrection.
That is the life and death stuff. You can use it to resurrect something.
Okay, nobody's stepping in the center of it, right?
I think that
I know
basically,
I'm not.
I think. Well, it's up to you. I'll let you. I'll ask both of you. Would either of you be standing on the rune itself?
100% no.
I think Dr. White, could I maybe cast detect evil and good?
Yeah.
Or does that not really apply here? Okay.
I mean, yeah. I'd say if you want to cast that, I'll let you do that.
Dr. White is trying to get a vibe check on the room.
Sure. Why don't you
stepping
roll,
into
because we're trying to keep the rules of D&D simple, and
Yeah.
normally I would have that spell up for you, but we'll just have you roll a D20 and add your spellcasting modifier, which I believe is basically your proficiency plus. I think it's on your character sheet, I believe. That I have available. Hold on.
I have it up too.
Oh, you do?
Pull it
Okay,
up.
perfect.
Okay. You said my spell casting modifier?
Yeah, so roll D20, add your add your
plus 4.
proficiency and your intelligence.
Um,
Yeah.
Okay. swear my vision's getting worse and the font is so.
I'm sorry. I tried to be able to make it as big as possible.
No. I'm talking about in Foundry. Like I'm like,
Oh,
like does that
yeah.
say D20? I did not do well. I got a plus. I think it's a 10. It's a 10.
10? Okay. I will say that in order,
Yeah.
like, you tried to be able to cast attack, like good and evil, but in order for you to do though, you kind of absentmindedly stood on top of the rune. And just a sec. Hold on. I'm gonna roll here.
Did I do that?
Did I do that?
Okay. Nothing happens.
Okay.
Nothing happens. You stay on the rune, nothing happens.
Because I know, like, I just kind of like brace for a second, and then when nothing happens, I just go, oh, that could have been bad.
That could have been very bad.
Well, okay, we know that's all right. And then I know that you didn't really check out the board with all the strings on it. Can I go investigate that?
Absolutely. Yeah. Roll an investigation check for me.
Okay. How do you say the demon's name?
Cluedo.
Yes, no.
Yeah.
Okay, so you just hear under, like trying to learn how to, like trying to pronounce it.
Excuse me, did you say Poirot?
It's okay. Above table, it's in my way to try to say Cluedo, but
I only got an 8, mostly probably because I'm trying to pronounce the demon's name.
okay. You do see, you take a look at the notes, and you do see, like, basically there are kind of like notes connected everywhere, and they all like have mentioned basically what Mr. Body had mentioned before about, like, you know, there's been a bunch of research, a lot of history to it, and you do see that there is a particular torn note with a question mark kind of like note on top of it. But you don't really know kind of like what it says. Just like, you know, it kind of is. It's in his handwriting, but that's all you kind of know.
Can I read it? Like, can I like take off the other sticky notes off of it and like look at it, or is it just like I can't read it at all? Like,
Sure.
it's not for
Sure.
handwriting?
Why don't you let's do a perception to see if actually no, intelligence to see if you can be able to like try to read the chicken scratch. You
I'm
might
a
be good at that
doctor.
because, you know, doctors read, like, you know, chicken
So-
scratch all the time.
Shouldn't that be your thieves' camp?
That's my
Doctors
can't,
specialty.
maybe.
Okay, did you say investigation? I'm sorry.
No, let's say well, what did I say? Intelligence.
Intelligence. Okay.
Yeah, to see if you can recognize or read at Mr. Body's writing.
Okay. Come on, dice. Don't let me down. Oh, I got a natural 20. 24.
Nat 20. Okay.
Go!
It's almost as if like you both went to the same like work at the same like a hospital or temple. Basically you this torn piece of paper, there's a little bit of like typewritten text that's above it, but you can't really tell what it says. It does say something along the lines of, however, the prophecy is unclear as to whom it would as to whom shall vanquish it. But in Mr. Body's notes, you do see that the text mentions about the prophecy that people who's supposed to vanquish Cluedo. It mentions multiple colors, but no evidence as to which color will fulfill the prophecy. But in Mr. Body handwriting, he writes in the margin, note to self, contact my solicitor for updates to testament. And that's all you see.
I think, okay, I like just read it out loud so that Mr. Green can hear it.
Mhm.
Does that? This is weird.
It's very weird.
So, you think that demon thing could go on the ruin and it might banish it? That doesn't seem right. What if it made it stronger?
Yeah. I don't know if we want to find out. I just don't want to be near this demon thing.
How could we even we'd have to like create some sort of system to herd it into this room as well.
I mean, I do have my work. Did you hear that?
You're constantly
Wait,
hearing
is that the demon?
you do also hear off in the distance.
When I hear the grumbling and the Timothy, can I look around the room to see if there's a weapon I can grab?
Yes, actually you do. It's just literally lying there. It is you do find it the sword. There's a sword that's kind of like lying there, and it is magical in nature. And it is the Sword of the Plains. It gives you a +3 bonus to attack and damage. It is a long sword, so it does 1d8 slashing damage, 1d10 two-handed. You can slash through an unoccupied space within 5 feet of yourself, a rift to any plane of existence. Anything that enters the rift is instantly transported to the other plane, appearing in the unoccupied space nearest to the rift. It's a 10-foot high and 10-foot wide plane and lasts for 1 minute. And you can immediately attune to it as soon as you pick it up.
Timothy, why is it a sword without a blade? Why is it not in a monster's mouth? Timothy.
So I pick up the sword and it's like some of that confidence comes back. Does it come with like, do I just hold it, or do I have like a belt that I can? Like,
yeah, you do find a belt. That's there. Yeah, that you could be able to attach it to your belt. So
just with some flair, Dr. White is getting like more confidence, like, oh, I got a weapon now, and just kind of puts this belt on and like tries to be all cool and puts it into the sheath and just like, all right, we got to figure this out.
I just imagine Dr. White basically wearing all scrubs, and then just this belt with this giant ancient sword.
That is accurate.
This is Siri meets Adventures in Babysitting.
Basically, yeah. All right.
Just around the neck too.
Sure. So basically both of you, because it is roughly, you're kind of like, you started your turns like roughly around in the same room. Both of you have your movement if you'd like to exit the room, because basically that's pretty much all that's left that's in the laboratory. What would you like to exit the room?
Yeah, I guess you found your weapon, and I kind of pulled my just clump of rope and then look at your sword, all just jealous that I wish I got a sword.
I mean,
you got a rope.
I got a rope.
Like, can I tell in your face that you're kind of like, wow, I got some rope?
you could see, like, even through the makeup, you could tell how just actually green with envy.
Literally.
I'm like, but that you got it. You had to put your hand in some fire and you got it. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. I guess. Do you want to get out of here?
Yeah.
Find this demon thing.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I will let you both exit the room. Do you close the door to the laboratory as you leave, or do you keep it open?
I'm going to leave it open.
Okay.
Agreement.
Perfect. Why don't you roll 2d6, and whoever has the highest, I'll let you both move together if you like, unless you want to separate.
Okay.
Okay.
That's
4
for Mr. Green.
There we go. Okay. There we go. All right. Okay, I got 6.
Ooh.
6. Okay, so you basically both. I'll move you both along, but I'll move Dr. White right now. So basically, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you do see that's as far as you can basically both go, but you do see a door that's to the left of you, and that's basically about it.
Okay.
So, and that is your turn. So now it is. Let's see how you can get out of this one. Colonel Mustard, it is your turn. You see actually, I'm going to do this at the same time. Because at this point, definitely, the Cludach would have heard Madame Peacock's cries for help. So he rolled 3d6 now to aggro against the noise. Oh God, that's a 10. So basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So before we get to Madame Peacock's turn, we'll let Colonel Mustard. What would you like to do? You can still investigate the table with all the food, but that's basically all that's left in the room if you want to investigate. Otherwise, you can just leave the room.
That Madame Peacock with her uneven butt. Yeah, I want to see what's on the table.
Okay. All right. So what is on the table is here we go.
Like a dump truck with a blown tire, baby.
Right. Exactly.
Why don't you can either roll an investigation or an arcana again.
I'll do Arcana.
Okay. Roll arcana.
Sorry if you hear my dog as well. Sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Just give it 5 minutes and it'll roll for me. There we go. Ooh, a 20. Dirty, but...
Dirty 20. Okay. So you do find pretty much everything. It's on the table. It was basically what was supposed to be tonight's dinner before it got interrupted. But because you don't have an hour to eat the whole feast, which normally happens. You actually get there's enough there for what I'm going to call a hero snack. And the hero snack takes a couple minutes to eat, so it'll take the rest of your round to find. But basically, you are currently cured of all poisons and cannot be frightened. You can make Constitution saving throws at advantage. Also, max hit points are increased by 1d10 and gains the same number of hit points. So you can actually be able to increase your health points. So why don't you roll 1d10 for me?
1d10. What are you giggling about? A 2.
2. Okay, so you're now up to 38 hit points.
Okay.
And that's your max and your current hit points. So you can roll to be able to exit the room if you like. That is basically it for
I will definitely be partaking in that snack. I'll be like, oh gosh, I was so hungry. Oh, this is perfect. I'm gonna eat as much of this as I can because I'm here, so might as well. So I'll eat it and then I'll leave the room, but like hesitantly, obviously, because
sure. You're fine. You're fine.
Was just there.
Kalida was just there, but you could tell that basically the Kalida was distracted or attracted to something else. So why don't you roll 2d6?
Okay. And my hit points went up to 38. You said correct?
Correct. Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Yep. 7. Okay. Where would you like to go? South?
Ooh, I'm scared.
I will say that basically there, like you can see above, like there's nothing down the hallway to the behind you. And
let's go south.
Okay. 1, 2,
like directly.
3, 4,
yeah,
5,
since
6,
that's kind of where I came
7.
from.
All right, so you're just. I'll just say I'll put you basically just outside this door. And that.
I'm literally ignoring, just like beeline.
Yeah, and that is it for your turn. It is now Clodos's turn. So he will attack you, Madame. You basically see around the corner, Madame Peacock, as you're yelling for Timothy. Clodos is
not friendly.
I'm gonna need you to roll a dexterity saving throw for me.
I raise my shield, which is my fan. You said dexterity saving throw?
Dexterity saving throw, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
That's a 21, Timothy.
21. Okay. So Cluda does grab you, but is not able to do anything else as Cluda is trying to pull you in closer to it. And that is basically it right now.
I'm a woman of the 90s, Cludon.
So
get your hands off me.
And
one of my shoulder pads dislodges from the side.
Love it. Okay. And that is it for Cludo's turn. And actually, it is your turn, Madame Peacock. But you will need to roll another dexterity saving throw as you start the turn in Cludo's clutches.
Oh, that's That's 9.
9.
I'd like to inspire myself.
No, actually, I don't think I have anything left for you to roll. So yeah, unfortunately, yeah, you like.
Bard, my own inspiration.
Oh, Bardic! You want to do a Bardic inspiration?
Yes, I want to use a Bardic on myself.
Okay, all right, go for it. Go for it. So what's that a total?
5. Math. 14.
14.
And
Not
my Bardic inspiration through this is gonna go. Colonel Mustard just ran right behind you, and he's a far juicier than I am.
Unfortunately, that's not enough. You do get sucked into this demon, and you kind of like slowly morph. You morph into like your spirit kind of like starts to like leave your body as your body gets sucked into it. It is actually a devourer demon, and you are officially dead. And you're now a ghost.
No.
But you're
They're just a puff of feathers.
Is it just me? Did it get a lot Is it just me, or did it get a lot quieter in here? I don't think you're talking.
Timothy, you bitch! All I wanted to do was go to Narnia.
So you do have freedom of movement. So you basically like you can actually the next time you roll, you're not constrained by walls or hallways. Yeah, basically you are now you are officially a ghost. And you can still move around this house. So if you'd like to be able to roll for movement, you can.
Absolutely, I want to make so much noise headed towards Colonel Mustard's way.
Okay.
Yo.
How dare you?
About to give this man the worst indigestion they've ever had.
Oh yeah, I need to.
Yeah, you need to roll
Oh.
2d6. Yeah.
I'm just like chewing on my snack still.
Get back here, you crusty ass man! You're gonna be demon meat.
So you rolled a 4. So you actually I'll have to move
I'm
Cluedo.
rattling. I'm from the grave.
All right.
Somehow it's still loud in here. Just a little bit
I'll be
echoey.
you next, Timothy.
Did you hear that, Dr. White?
So that's basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And I'm throwing
Right on
another
me.
one of my heels. Get that crusty ass man.
Is it getting louder?
Sounds like it.
It's louder, but it kind of reverberates. It kind of echoes throughout the house.
That monster must be angry.
Someone help me. There's a ghost.
All right. It is now.
Boo 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 hoo.
It is now Miss Scarlett's turn. So you actually heard this all outside the
I
library.
was like, could we hear the devouring?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. But you definitely hear at least 1.5 people outside of the library right now. Yeah, you can. But basically, yeah, you're in the library now. Professor Plum was able to find some of the books, but there is at least the kind of the study table you can be able to go investigate if you like.
Sure. And I'm gonna look at Professor Plum and go, so we definitely shouldn't go out that door.
No, I don't think we should.
Glad it was her and maybe not us.
You said it, not me. But yes.
Well, it's not every day you get called a trollop, so.
You know, that is deeply disrespectful.
Oh, I don't find it disrespectful. More so just, it's truly not every day I get called a trollop.
I mean, I would have said fine, madame, but
Oh, well, thank you. And I will kind of pitter-patter over to the table.
All right, why don't you make an investigation check
Did
for
you
me?
find anything
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
interesting in those books? No, I'm just.
You're good. You're good.
oh my god, I need a recap on what we found in the
So you
What were the
found.
books, Steve?
So you found the base of the book that mentions Cluedo, and you find the torn page that basically says the prophecy is unclear as to whom shall vanquish it. And there is and they've been looking for, the historians and mages have been looking for this for like any way to be able to banish Cluedo from this plane of existence. Yeah, there is a section that looks like it has Monster Body's handwriting on it, but that part of the page is torn.
I'm gonna keep that book with me as well. I'm gonna keep that book with me. But this was all, and kind of go through what you were just saying, and but I guess for now, do you see anything else?
Let's see.
Why don't you roll an investigation check?
18.
Sorry, what'd you roll?
18 plus 4, so 22.
22. Okay, you find actually amongst kind of like there's a few bit of papers and some papers there, but you do find at first what kind of looks potentially like a letter opener, but you take a closer look and it actually is a dagger. And it actually is a dragon tooth dagger. It's fashioned with from the tooth of a dragon. While the blade is obviously a fang or predator's tooth, the handle is leather wrapped around the root of the tooth, and there is no crossguard. You gain a +1 attack and damage for damage rolls you make with this weapon. And on a hit with this weapon, the target takes an extra 2d6 acid damage plus 1d6 radiant damage.
Oh, wow.
So you find that,
Nice.
and I will DM that over to you.
Well, I think this will be useful.
Yeah.
You just see her like stick it in her waistband.
Yeah. And again, actually, both. Funny enough, again, it just kind of like it just happenstance. It kind of works out this way that Professor Plum, it is your turn next. So you can basically both, if you want to be able to like try to leave the room, you totally can with your movement. Or there's basically really nothing else kind of like in this room that you can be able to find. You've investigated pretty much everything. So.
All right, so it's my turn then?
Or basically if you want to both take your movement at the same time, because Ellie, you still have your movement, and it can basically go into, you can go do that and hold your movement until Professor Plum's turn to exit. But yeah, basically there's nothing else in this room. You can either like leave through the door or go back through the passageway, through the bookshelf to bring you back to the bedroom.
Well, do you want to go?
Scary noises out the door, or back the way we came.
I think we should go back the way we came, because if others aren't aware of it, maybe we can stay safe in the meantime. And at the very least, I mean, we could just stay in the passage.
This is true.
Like, listen, I'd rather be a coward than dead.
I don't disagree. I don't want to be dead, so
All right.
whatever we can do to keep ourselves alive, I guess.
So I'm gonna go back into the hidey hole.
Okay.
Narnia.
Okay, so
Narnia's the answer.
there we go. That brings you back
Perfect.
to the. You're somehow now outside the room for some reason. I did not do that correctly.
That's all right. I can move in, I think.
I actually cannot move you in. Okay, that teleport spell did not work out too well.
I am stuck between planes. I literally am in Narnia. I'm in Narnia.
Steve, in ghost form, I would like to write harlot with my lips on every vanity mirror that I can find.
Absolutely. Actually, Roberto, do you know how to be able to like unlock someone to be able to kind of like, so I can be able to move them if they moved outside the map?
I don't know, Timothy. I think I can only give you a bow with no string.
This is me DM asking above table.
The worst Christmas gift.
They're on the out. You got them on the outside of the wall.
Yeah, the teleport spell accidentally put him outside the wall.
Oh God.
Can we control Zed?
Oh wait, no, here we go.
Yeah, controls. that is probably the easiest way without like break the walls down,
And
Jericho style.
There we go. Okay, now I'm okay. I
Yay!
put you back in the room. There we go. Okay, perfect.
I think we're just staying in the wardrobe.
And
we
yeah,
live here now.
perfect.
We live
Yeah.
here.
You're basically both in there. So you can actually, because you use the passageway, you can still roll if you want to leave the bedroom.
I mean,
Why would they?
is there a place we can escape?
I mean, kinda. I mean, there's nothing around this part.
I mean, why do we have to kill it? Why can't somebody else attempt to die and kill it? I mean, I guess technically we have a lot of the weapons, so
We do have 3 weapons.
You do have 3 weapons, yes.
oh
I just
boy.
want you to know that baby that's in the cavity of the chest of this creature is actually just a writhed up Mrs. Peacock.
I'm expecting there just to be like screaming feathers coming out from inside this demon's stomach.
If I don't see a Nigel Thornberry looking monster,
No,
I'm
you actually do
very
hear from
disappointed.
the doorway. This is kind of like gurgle. You hear the gurgle.
So that's outside the doorway.
That's not. It's down the hall, but it's not right outside the doorway. You can see actually through the doorway. There's nothing out there.
Can we roll our movement and like peek outside the doorway?
Yeah, absolutely.
And,
Yeah.
do it
You can do that.
way? Okay. Like do the 2 hands looking out the doorway going.
Yeah, I'll let you both like leave the room, but you're kind of like right there, like.
The Scooby Doo.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'll leave that, but yeah. So that's an 8. And actually, I'll do the same thing for
7.
both Dr. Wright and Mr. Green. So if you, Professor Plum, if you want to roll your 2d6, we'll take the highest. And if you want to both move together.
All right. So I got 8, and Ellie, I believe you said you got 7.
Yes. So
Okay.
8.
All right. So I'll say you move down, and you see around the corner the Cludol, but I will let you both if you want to roll a stealth check to see if you can sneak past.
Yes, please.
Wait. Let me look at what my stealth is. All right. Oh, wait. I have a question. Can Dimension Door work with somebody else?
Yes, you can. But if you do a Dimension Door, you don't like. You have to. It will be random where you end up because you have not placed that anywhere. But you can cast it, and it will be in that same spot. Like permanently until you close.
Oh, jeez, that feels like such a bad idea. I do not want to open up a doorway for that monster to use it.
Basically, if you do Dimension Door, it'll randomly, I'll have you roll, and it'll randomly put you in a room.
But that thing can also come through it, as everybody's saying.
Potentially,
as well.
But it's pretty big, so I don't know whether or not they can they can get through.
All right, so Miss Scarlett, I have an option here. And I'm whispering this is like absolutely humanly quiet, but I have to speak it for all of you. I can Dimension Door us to a random spot in the house, which will be a lot less close than this thing is. Or we can go back to the wardrobe and we can try and slip back. But either way, we're still going to be in the maw of this monster. Do you want to take a chance and try this Dimension Door?
Sounds better than being close to that thing.
Yep, you can either basically
All
you
right.
can do the Dimension Door, or you can still do a stealth check to kind of sneak past. It's up to you.
I mean, do you want to try sneaking past this? Like, do you
I'm
consider
very
yourself?
sneaky. These shoes are made for sneaking.
I'm not. I'm a professor. I get my clothes from like the wardrobe store. Okay, these things are like clackers on horses. But if you're sneaky and you want to try, we can.
I leave it up to you. Because
All right.
I can sneak or I can.
You can actually, even if you want to, you can both split up.
You know what? That sounds like a terrible idea.
That sounds terrible.
That sounds.
I mean, I'm just mentioning
A
it.
human
I'm just
shield.
mentioning it. It's not saying anything.
DM's like, hey there, kid, do you want to split up?
Hey there, kid, you wanna split up for see what happens? Nothing bad will happen.
Okay.
Just come into my white van. I got nice little candy for you.
I did have some Werthers in my clutch. Use them at your disposal.
You actually do hear as well the Cluedo basically yell again, and then feathers spit up and onto the ground.
We can gamba on it. Heads, dimension door. Tails, we stealth.
Love it.
Okay, do it.
Heads, dimension door.
Okay.
Go.
All right.
So
You cast Dimension Door, so I'm gonna have you roll basically a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Roll a D10 for me.
All right, D10. Here we go. Here we
Isn't
go.
just Two-Face and Poison Ivy made for each other?
7.
7. 3, 4, 5, 6.
If I end up back in the library, this is gonna be some Find My Glasses stuff all over again.
Okay, you actually both.
My glasses.
You actually both end up inside the front hall that you are both familiar with, because that is the hallway that, or the hall that you entered in when you entered into this house this evening, and that's where you both end up with the dimension door. And now there's a permanent dimension. There is a permanent door. Actually, this is closed. There's a permanent door into this front hall. Now in basically where you last were.
But you said the monster was big, right? So he might not necessarily be able to fit in that.
You may not know. I mean, you don't know yet. You don't know yet.
Being like, it's fine.
It turns out it's a growing boy, so it can just squeeze on in there like a little kid avoiding.
And because you kind of only just used your movement, Professor Plum, I'll let you roll one. You can search this area, but I'll describe it for you real quick because it's the first time you enter into the hall. Front door to the manor has a magical aura around it. You can see floating in front of the door what looks like the face of a clock, and the hour mark is really close to 12, close to midnight. You see a gold statue of a knight on one side of the room and a large painting of Mr. Body on the other. So you can basically investigate either the front door, the gold statue, or a Mr. Body painting.
Did the eyes follow us on the painting?
No, but he looks like he's in he's in a kind of very fancy room with a piano in behind him.
Oh. Okay.
What would you like to investigate? I'll let you investigate one on your turn.
You know what? Okay, I'd like to do. Can I, for the sake of it, I'm just gonna ready my gun, but I'm also I will take the investigation check.
What would you like to investigate? The front door, the gold statue, or the Mr. Body painting?
Let's see. Heads, it's the painting. Tails, it's the knight statue.
Okay.
Heads, it's the painting.
Okay. All right. So why don't you roll a either investigation or Arcana check for me?
All right, let me find out where I lost that little awesome page. There we go. All right, we are going to go ahead and roll.
And you do have advantage on this, so if you want to, I'll let you roll with advantage if you like.
All right, I will roll one more. The first one is 14. The second one is. Oh my God. 14.
14. Okay. So upon inspecting the painting, it is surprisingly lifelike, with him, Mr. Body, standing in a large room with a piano in behind it. As you get closer to the portrait, Mr. Body winks at you and looks down towards his hand. On his hand is a ruby ring that starts to shine. What would you like to do?
I think that painting's coming on to me.
That's what you get from that.
Looked at me.
Sorry, it's almost 11 o'clock and I'm just like, wow, okay. I love it. I love it. I love the role play here. This is awesome.
Well, I mean,
But look
nothing wrong with that.
I mean, and nothing at all. I mean, he's quite attractive. But look at that ring. I mean, I'd have him. But that ring is. Look at that ring on his head.
I wouldn't have him now, but
Yeah, and he's kind of looking pretty rough right now.
But that ring.
But that ring, though.
That ring, though. What would you like to do?
I mean, can I pull the ring off the painting?
You can try. Would you like to do so?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Let's
So
do
you
it.
go to touch the ruby ring, and your hand actually goes through the painting. If you peek, when you peek through, you actually find it is a portal to the ballroom. That is exact. Yeah, it is a portal opinion to the ballroom.
It leads somewhere else. I think this is the ballroom.
More Narnia.
Some more Narnia, yes. If I like, I'll say that's the end of your turn. But
Perfect.
basically,
I was like,
yeah.
I,
You both have basically moved a lot, but it's just you've been moved around a bunch of different passageways and stuff. So that's basically it.
Over here, Narnia Maxon.
Yeah. All right. So that is going to be the end of your turn. It is now basically. I'll let you if you want to do this together as you both your turns, Mr. Green and Dr. White. You're both together. You can roll to move if you like. You do kind of see a little bit down the hall. Colonel Mustard down to your right, or you see a doorway in front of you.
And I'm like chewing, and I'm like,
yeah, you're chewing on basically on some food.
yeah.
I think Colonel Mustard's up there.
And it sounds like him. All I hear is his little grandma just
Very loud chewing. And then I take out my notepad and I start making notes.
Actually, hold on. Let me see. Hold on.
You guys see a ghastly heel
Yeah.
topple over.
I will
Seems to
say,
come from nowhere.
Colonel Mustard, why don't you roll another D10 for me? You're relatively, yeah.
Oh wait, wrong one. My bad.
You're good. You're good.
Let me just do it on here.
No, you're fine.
That's a 7.
7? Okay. Okay. So all of a sudden, Mr. Green and Dr. White, you look down the hall towards where Colonel Mustard is standing, and then you just immediately see Colonel Mustard having a conversation with what looks like the wall. Kind of weird. I'll just say, I won't say what happens until your turn, Colonel Mustard. But yeah, you just see like you have a very intense conversation with the wall.
Can I see like is it loud? Is it a loud
No.
conversation, or is it just
No,
okay?
you're pretty far away. It's kind of hard to tell. But you can definitely tell. You can hear. You hear them like talking, but you can't hear anything. You're too far away.
Just like a very subtle thing to myself. I do kind of like an oh god, or then like write down a note.
I'll lean over to Dr. White and just ask, is he talking to someone?
He might be. It'll be okay. There's and I'm like having this internal struggle of like, do we go help Colonel Mustard or do we try to hide?
It's up to you. I mean, basically you can still do your movement. I'll let you roll both. If you still want to stay together, I'll let you roll both and take the higher.
Can we see Cluedo?
No, not that far away.
Okay.
Okay. There's like this inkling of guilt that creeps in because I was like thinking how, Colonel Mustard just fell asleep when we were all hanging out. Like this could be a life or death situation. And, even if I'm a terrible doctor, I'm still a doctor. So do no harm. I think we should just go three's a company. Like we'll be better in a force, right? Like we should go up there.
Should we just call him over here instead of going? Because I heard more noises over there and I don't want to go near that.
Well, we can't make too much noise, but should we try to call Colonel Mustard over then? Do you want to go first? I could try.
Sure, I'll try, and I guess I go up to that edge of that hallway and kind of.
Okay, so why don't you roll? Both roll 2d6.
2d6. Okay.
This is great. This is so great. Thank you all very much for being here.
4.
4. Okay, Dr. White, why don't you roll as well? We'll take the higher.
Okay.
This is like walking up to the librarian in Ghostbusters.
Kinda. Yeah, a little bit. That's kind of what I'm thinking. All right,
got
7.
7.
So we both take the 7. So you just want to kind of creep up to around the corner there.
Yeah, just creeping around the corner. And
Yeah,
just
they'll say this is
yeah.
creeping around the corner just so you can kind of see. Yeah, basically you have 6 the squares of movement if you want to be able to get closer if you like.
Can we try to call Colonel Mustard over? moving up.
Yeah, you could if you like.
Dr. White, I'm gonna call him over. I know I'm not gonna be too loud, and I'll try to regulate my voice, but
Okay. Is that a problem? Like,
I'll try.
does that happen where you start screaming by accident or something?
No, I won't scream. I'll just have have an assertive voice, and they'll be able to hear me.
What, okay, but will the hosts also hear you?
I won't be as loud.
Okay.
Colonel Mustard.
Actually, so yeah, I'll say, Colonel Mustard, why don't you roll a perception check for me? Normally we would have passive perception to kind of see if you're able to pick it up, but because we're doing Clue and passive perception would literally break the game if we're doing for Clue. So that's what we're doing.
Always roll.
Oh no.
Oh,
5.
5?
No.
Yeah, you don't hear Mr. Green calling out to you. You're basically like you're having a really like deep like heart-to-heart conversation with the wall right now.
Can we just get salutes in chat for Ashlina and Ashlina's rolls this entire night?
Absolutely. Actually, you know what? Tell you what. I wonder if you have okay, tell you what. I have an advantage. So I'm going to gift you an advantage. So why don't you roll again?
Look at that. It's like a little bit of extra medicine when lupus is kicking your butt. Steve's coming in to save the day.
And I will
And
take out
hopefully
one
we'll
of
So
my...
just do another perception check, just like a regular normal perception check.
Yep, just a regular normal perception check.
Ooh.
There we go.
There we go, much better.
go.
Yeah.
19.
Okay, yeah, you do hear Mr. Green kind of like calling out to you, but you're in the middle of a very deep conversation with this wall, like heart to heart. Like it is
Right.
like this wall's going through it right now, and the other side of the hallway kind of broke up with them, and you found they found out that it was because they were cheating on the wall of the theater. So yeah, it is
I'm
right
so
now.
Sorry. God.
Yeah.
That is just, I can't even imagine what you must be going through. I can sympathize. I've had a lot going on in my life too. Like, I didn't used to look like this. Like, I literally had like way better hair than this. Like, it wasn't gray. And then like that happened. So like life could change like in the blink of an eye. I get it. And then I'm gonna be like, wait, did someone call my name?
Yeah, you heard it, but
It's
up to you.
Does Mr. Green? Did Mr. Green hear any of that?
I would say you're close enough to hear like maybe every other word, and it just sounds like
Okay.
what?
So I turn back to Dr. White and just, who are they talking to?
Okay. I don't know, but I have to. Okay. In case something happens to me, I have to tell you something.
Leans in with concern.
So Colonel Mustard is a patient of mine and is on an experimental drug that I created called Vitotality to recapture your youth. I made it. And Colonel Mustard's the only person who's ever taken it. So if something happens to me, here, just pull off my notebook from my body. I put all the side effects on here. And there are a lot of them. There's a lot more than I thought.
It just opens up the notes, and you just see like the whole page just like extend all the way down to the floor, and see all these side effects.
Yeah,
Didn't know,
you
'cause I
didn't see
thought
talking
my
to a
DNA
wall as one of them. It's definitely not on that list.
I must have dropped a hair into the elixir because, like, all of a sudden, Colonel Mustard's hair started looking like mine. Vision started getting bad. Then they got the same glasses as me. I don't know. There's a lot of pieces that don't make sense, and I don't know that they should have taken it.
How old is Colonel Mustard?
30?
You, Mr. Green, you look over at Colonel Mustard, and she's when she says 30, he looks no age younger than 105.
Give or take.
I think it reversed whatever you're trying to do dramatically.
Yeah. So, guess keep me alive so I can reverse it, right? That should be plan.
I'll do my best. Can I lean in and just give you mage armor?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I just kind of just do that. I don't know if this is gonna work or not, but
I'm trying to remember.
Gives mage
It's 11 o'clock at night, so I'm not trying to remember what the mage armor does. I think it's just what plus
it
something to
says
AC,
a touch
right?
Willing. Yeah, you touch AC becomes 13 plus
13.
dexterity
Got
modifier.
it. Okay. Yeah. So yeah. Currently, right now, Dr. White, your there we go. Bring it up.
Truly spared no expense.
Absolutely. Yeah. So AC is currently 10. So yeah, you'll go up to 13 plus. What was it?
Dex.
Dex. Sorry. Now Foundry's basically being slow on me right now at the moment.
Yeah. 13 plus its dexterity modifier. So whatever your dexterity modifier is.
0.
0.
So
So
that
basically,
makes it
you're at a flat
Right.
13.
Well, at
That's
least you
fine.
get plus 13.
Yeah.
You get 3
Mage
more.
armor actually makes your AC go down.
Down.
No, you were at a 10, but basically you're. Oh right, no, that's right. Oh shoot, yeah.
Yeah. So I think I feel
You're back.
like a little bit of like armor start covering my body just in a magic way. Sorry, my dog started barking and it threw me off.
No, you're good. You're good.
No, I just feel like a little stronger than I did before, and
Yep.
a little bit of a softening happens in me. I'm gonna try to keep you alive too.
All right, you still have about 5 squares of movement. What would you two both like to do?
Well, it's clear that, like, from you calling Colonel Mustard, that Colonel Mustard heard but is not coming towards us, correct?
Correct.
I didn't hear with my roll,
Okay.
right?
You heard them, but you were so like
Got it,
engrossed
got
in
it,
this
that's right.
conversation. Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
I'm going to take something in my pocket. I have this quill that I had been using for notes. Can I huck the quill to the floor to try to get Colonel Mustard's attention and then start waving frantically if they look over?
I mean, sure, if you want.
I stupidly, but I want to do this. I look over at Mr. Green. Watch this. And I throw the quill.
Okay, yeah. I'd say you pretty much are able to throw it like relatively close because you're kind of nearby. Colonel Mustard, I would say, why don't you roll another perception check for me?
I can't
I'm just
wait.
waving.
I can't wait. I can't
I know
wait to
it's
roll
dark.
this.
Let's go.
Okay, 21. You do
Thank
see
God.
the the quill kind of land, and you do look up and you do see both Mr. Green and Dr. White kind of just down the hall. But you're like, they've interrupted your conversation. Like, how rude.
Right. Yeah, and that's what. Hold on, give me. Can you not see that I am having a conversation here?
Come over here.
I'm so. What?
I'm just beckoning, trying to beckon with all of my might.
Right. Yeah. Just give me 1 second. What? What?
Here.
Me or them?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Them?
And then I'll be like, I gotta go. I'm so sorry. I don't know what they need from me, but that's my doctor, so I should probably listen. But you're gonna be fine. It's okay. Just like call me if you need anything. You know, I'm here for you if you want to go grab coffee or just, you know, like if you need a friend, I'm here. But yeah, talk to you later.
All right. And I will say
whisper in Colonel Mustard's ear, you better watch out. She's gonna make your ass saggy too.
That ain't the only thing that's saggy right now, okay?
all right. Well, I will say that is basically the end of both Mr. Green and Dr. White's turn, but it is now Colonel Mustard's turn. So you've been beckoned over to them. I will say though that roll another D10 for me.
Okay. I just want to cry inside, you know?
You're fine. You're fine. This is hilarious.
Yeah, this is great. It's gonna be a 7.
Okay.
Full on blown tire.
You are so ready. You are ready to to go over to them and basically and just and figure out what it is that they are desperately trying to be able to get your attention for.
Mm-hmm.
But
Right.
that wall basically is like, hey, sorry. Before you go,
Right.
I really gotta ask you a question. Should I get back together with him? I really try, but I'm not too sure.
Hold on. Doc, I see you, Doc. I know. This is, it's hard. Can you just give me, can't you see that they're having a really hard time? Like, are you not even remotely paying, you're a doctor, are you not even paying attention? Yeah, I know. But I just don't think it's a good idea. Here, why don't we walk together? Here, come here. Just come. The doctor will know more information. Here. Yeah, Doc, right? You can give relationship advice. I'm just standing there.
We're kind of a little bit in and out of initiative, but I'll say, like, if you want to go over to them, both Dr. White and Mr. Green, you can if you want.
Yeah. Yeah.
Instead of having, but they're definitely not, he's definitely not moving over
No, the
towards
wall
you.
is definitely coming with me.
Yeah.
But like we're going. Yeah. Just come with me. It's fine. They're cool. Don't worry about it.
As they're walking towards, as Colonel Mustard is walking towards us with the wall, I'm gonna look at Mr. Green, and I have this moment of, I am really bad doctor. And I look at Mr. Green. I also gave a botched butt lift to Madame Peacock.
I'm just saying, by the way, price must flow. Now we care about initiative. We've been caring about initiative the entire time. I've been keeping track, so leave me alone. They just so happen to be in the same initiative order.
What I have heard Dr. White say that?
No, definitely not. No.
Okay.
So who's
Okay.
doing what? I don't know anymore. Dr. White,
Mr. Green is just looking in confusion. I just don't know
I'm
what's
just kinda
going on right
standing
now.
there, like, are you gonna like say anything to my friend? Like, I don't know.
So Colonel Mustard's in front of us now, talking to acting like the wall is
Yeah.
the person we're supposed to interact with.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just try, hello, and I look at the wall. Would you mind letting us talk to our friend for a minute?
Well, can't you see they're crying?
Yes, I can see that. Sometimes when you get
You're so
sad,
indicative.
you gotta go be by yourself.
That, I didn't even think about that. You could need some alone time.
Yes, think about it. Process your emotions. I don't know exactly what you're going through, but I just take a minute for yourself. And can we talk to you, Colonel Mustard?
Yeah. I mean, listen, I went in the kitchen and I found like some potions and stuff, like, y'all. And then my friend, I saw a lot has happened. And I think there's things being thrown at me. I can't tell though, and like whispering and stuff. But hey, yeah.
Have you seen any of the others?
No. Just you guys. And Beatrice.
Yes, Beatrice. Very nice of you to be there for Beatrice.
Right.
There is a demon that we have to do something
Right.
about.
You two hear around the corner.
Right. I thought you were gonna take care of that because you're a doctor.
I can help. I do think I might need help with it. If anybody has an idea of how to deal with it.
It's at this particular moment, everyone in the entire house hears a large clock bell ringing midnight. And you all of a sudden find yourself, all of you, staring at the giant the 8 foot tall Cluedo in the ballroom. And I'm going to have you all roll a new initiative.